Well, originally in my life, my childhood was very and I could remember at the age of 9, 10 years old, you know, coming home from third grade, fourth grade, and just being in the apartment alone and crying, wishing I had a normal life, wishing I had a normal mother and father. And, the biggest thing I wanted out of life was to be a normal person, whatever that may be, you know, as an adult, be able to get up, go to work, make my money, support myself, um, within reason, whatever I want, be able to go out and get it. And that has always stuck with me. I never had anyone that I could depend on. There are a lot of people out there, if they fail, they can move back with their mother and father, or they can ask somebody for help. I I never had that. Um at this point in life, I have a handful of friends that if I really do need some help, I could go to. But if my life was to fall apart and I wound up homeless, or I don't have a mother, I don't have a father, I don't have a safety net. So I have no choice but to make sure that I'm okay. I mean, eh, look, some people look at it as like it being amazing, remarkable, but it's what all of us are supposed to be doing. You are supposed to learn from your mistakes in life to make sure you don't make them again, push forward. You're responsible for you to take care of yourself. As an adult, you're responsible to make sure you have clothes, food, a place to live. It's no one else's responsibility. Quite honestly, nobody gives a fuck if you're doing well or not, you know? And I, when I as a younger person, I have been homeless. I have had no place to go. Sometimes not knowing where I'm going to get food, having to rack food, having to rack clothes, do all of these things. It feels good as an adult to be able to work and make the money and be able to buy whatever it is that I want or need, you know? So that's priority over everything in life. Um as far as the graffiti, it gives me the drive and the motivation when I'm not feeling well mentally to be able to push through those hard times and continue to go to work, deal with whatever family situation or life situation is going on, or whatever may be going on, you know? Like I said, the graffiti takes away all that mental and physical anguish, the pain and suffering. And it just proves to me how strong of a person I really am. And it reminds me that you can do this, you can get through this, you can be successful, you can succeed. You just have to want to do it and not be lazy, you know?
So graffiti is it's like a form of healing and meditation.
Yeah, in a sense, it's definitely a big form of therapy. And that's not just for me. That's excuse me, that's for a lot of us out there. I mean, a perfect example is Scuff. He just wrote a whole book about art therapy and what it can do and how it helps you, and really he breaks it all down in that,
I think
you
graffiti is
know.
unique in terms of art in the sense that like you can really be not safe when you're doing it, and you really have to be in the moment while you're doing it. You really have to be paying attention. You can't be thinking about what happened 5 days ago as you're doing it. If you're doing it in a semi-dangerous environment, if you're doing it in a place where, it's illegal to do. And I think that aspect of it takes you out of your own mind and puts you in an animalistic situation where You're just breathing, you're just thinking, you're just being alive in that moment, which we rarely
Right,
get to
right.
do.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
But however, you do have people that do graffiti for the wrong
Yeah.
reasons, and you know, these are not things that they think about.
Hmm.
This is not how they go about things, you know?
How did you learn to manage your life in the way that you manage it in terms of being successful and holding down a proper career and being able to buy yourself shit and taking care of your own shit? Like, to me, I feel like a lot of people, including myself, like, you don't really learn that there's not like a that's not like a subject in school. That's not like it's a thing you kind of have to learn on your own in a way. People can guide you in the right direction, but you got to learn it on your own. How did you learn that?
Well, it's all discipline. It's you know, rhetorically, what is it that you want out of life? You know what I'm saying? How motivated are you? I don't want to be living in different people's houses, asking friends if I could sleep on the couch, on the floor. I want my own shit. Um, Here's the thing, right? So you're living your life right now, and whatever job you may have, you lose that job, let's say, right? Now, I can't tell you how long it would take to get another job, a week, a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. But that's all based on how many times you try. If you go out and you fill out 10 job applications a day, eventually you're going to get a job. It might not be the greatest job, but you wind up with a job. Build some more skills, figure out what it is you need to do to get to the next level, and then you apply for another job. It's all about application and determination. It's numbers. The more times you try, the more times you fail, the closer you are to succeeding and winning. The key is never to give up and to keep pushing forward. You know, if you only knock on one door and they don't open and you don't knock on any other doors, you're left out in the cold. But if you knock on every single door you see, eventually one of those doors is going to open for you. So it all boils down to who you are as a person and what you want out of life. And I want the most out of my life that I could possibly make for myself, you know, for my kids, for my grandkids. You know, especially when you have children, you have to set an example for them. You have to be a role model. Do you can't tell your kids do as I say, not as I do, because that just doesn't work.